When I went to watch this movie, I was pretty tired because I did not have a good night's sleep for about 3 days. So I was really scared for falling asleep for this one, as I knew the reputation of it was pretty damn good. And I actually was kind of sad that I bought a ticket for that day when I was tired. But then I went to watch the movie. It hooked me on. It was perfect. And I never expected it to be this good. Yo guys, welcome to my review of Past Lives. The more I think about this movie, the less I want to believe that this movie is actually the directorial debut of Celine Song. This is the first movie she actually makes. That's insane. So yeah, first things first, I cannot tell you anything wrong with this movie because in my eyes, nothing is. I gave this movie 4.5 stars and a heart on Letterboxd, but the more I thought about it, the more it lingered with me that something did not feel right. I gave this movie 4.5 stars because The Whale is at my number 3 for this year at this time. And I thought The Whale was a little bit better than this movie, but this movie stayed with me longer, so I think it deserved a better spot. So actually, I'm happy that I waited with my review for this, because now it lingered with me more and now I feel like I gave this movie the score it actually deserved. A 5 out of 5. And yeah, I say that now because it's too damn true. So yeah, let's just talk about my experience with this movie, because I knew it was good to begin with, like seeing the scores online, seeing what it did for people, seeing it pop up in all the 2023 lists for now already, and it's that high. It made me excited, but I didn't know anything about this movie or why I should be excited about it or why the scores were good. I just know they were good. But then I saw it and I never could have imagined that it would be this kind of story. Most importantly, how incredibly realistic it is. Like most of the time, you feel like you're there with those characters. Most of the time, you feel like you are living these moments with these characters at that exact moment. Like you're there in New York with them. That's maybe the best part of this movie. It's like an homage to New York, but also an homage to childhood love and love in general. But the setting in New York and the setting like he went for the first time to New York at the exact moment, that was incredibly real because I have never been to New York. I felt like I was there. I also recognized some of the stuff because of Spider-Man and stuff, but still, I felt like I was there with them, and that feeling was great because it was a movie I was watching in the Netherlands. I was sitting in the chair, but still I felt like I was living these moments and was living this thing with them the entire time, and that was a surreal realization in the end when the credits rolled that I was watching the movie. I don't think I have ever been this invested in a story before. And that's also because all the characters are so incredibly relatable. And that's also because these characters are so incredibly relatable. It's not a rom-com, it's not a romantic comedy where the good guy or where the girl gets with the first man in the first place, in the end, happy end. No, it's real. Stuff like that doesn't usually happen in real life, so it doesn't happen in this movie. Childhood love may be something you experience in your childhood, but it doesn't mean it has to come back later in life. The girl or the boy you meet when you first meet him as a child is not going to be the same boy or girl that you're going to meet when you see them as an adult. They're a completely different person, and the movie captured that perfectly. I mean, I have seen reviews saying that this movie makes you think about some of the things in your life and moments that you could manage, and you could see this exact moment from this film reflecting your own life. And that's true. During this movie, I was thinking about people that I do not speak to anymore, that I actually really want to speak to again. And I actually sent someone a message after this movie to check up on her. So she answered, and now we're talking again. I mean, That's exactly what this movie told us, and it's exactly what is happening. And that is so incredibly real and relatable. And I loved everyone in this movie. Our lead actress is phenomenal. The lead actor is incredible. But the one I was worried about was the husband being a little silly most of the time and coming in between that childhood love in the beginning, making you think like, oh, so she's dating someone else and marrying someone else. But this movie makes you think about that and makes you realize that, yeah, because that's the way it's supposed to be. Those two are meant for each other. And that character, the husband, actually became the most relatable character out of all of them, mainly because of one sentence that he gave us. Like, the man is American and they are Korean. They also say that quite a lot in this movie. A big part of the script is just them saying, I am American and I am a Korean. But the thing is, there's one moment in this movie, and it's not exactly a spoiler, but he says something in the ranks like, if you dream in Korean. And that's one of the reasons I want to learn Korean, because when you dream in a language I cannot understand. So I feel like there is a part of me that just doesn't know a part of you. Like, a part of you is locked from me forever. And I think I just burst out in tears at that moment, because that was the most real sentence I had ever heard in my entire life. And up from that moment, up from that little piece of dialogue in that beautiful little piece of that movie, made me realize things I didn't know were possible about my own life. It made me reflect on anything. And I know a movie review is more for talking about the movie and the things and the flaws and the good things and everything. But everything is so damn perfect in this movie, and it makes you reflect on your own life so much that this review is actually doing the same. I am reflecting on my own life, and I feel like that's the exact purpose of this movie. I hope it gets all the Oscars. I hope it gets all the prizes it's gonna get. Because this movie is just so incredibly perfect. This movie is absolutely fantastic. Have you guys seen Past Lives, and what did you think of it? Please let me know in the comments down below. What was it for you watching this movie? Did you also reflect on your life, or did it just go by you for other reasons? Please let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really excited to hear your opinion on this. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.